I love the smell of collabs in the morning. But you know what I love the most about collabs? Codes. Come on, take it. Don't be shy, it's yours. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Disgaea RPG. Today we'll talk about Zetta, the most badass overlord in all Netherworlds. He is considered a meta-defining unit, and for good reason, so let's check out what makes him so special. Zetta is just like most badass units, a main attacker with selfish abilities and skills. His any 0 gives 16% more stats to all allies. His any 1 increases his skill damage by 60% when equipped with a fist. His any 5 reduces the enemy's attack and defense by 15%, and his any 7 gives him 8% more attack for each NE level? Wait, what? That's an 80% boost to attack, not buff, boost. With this ability alone, he will become the strongest unit in the game when he arrives. For skills, he has the classic cheap AoE attack with a small defense debuff, which is useful for farming, but that's about it. His cheap single target attack gives him 100% more attack for one turn. This skill is great when you are starting to build up your buffs, as you will reach the buff cap quickly, but it only lasts one turn. Last is his high cost single target attack. This increases its power the more HP Zetta has, so be sure to pair him with overheal users once they release. The only noteworthy spell in his kit is Mega Braveheart, which he learns at level 22. Now that we're done with that, let's talk about which units pair well with him. Obviously, Archangel Flown and Supreme Laharl are at the top of this list, thanks to their universal SP battery and good buffs. But what if you don't have them? Well, in that case, you may want to use Jennifer. She is the best F2P battery in the game right now. She is restricted to Fist teams, but Fist is one of the best weapons in the game, and she can even use Mega Speed Boost on herself so that she can take double turns and give more SP. Keeping the trend of F2P units, next we have Bloodies. He has abilities which increase the damage of Fist equipped allies and the attack of Belt equipped units, and he can debuff the enemy with Mega Armor Break. If you want more units with abilities that support Fist wielders, then Jin Fuka is your girl. She is the upgraded version of Bloodies, since she gives a little more attack with her abilities, but she isn't very good for long battles, as she has less HP, defense, and resistance than Bloodies. If you want a debuffer, Calamity Adele is one of the best units you can use, since his debuffs last 5 turns, and he has 2 turns where he can either attack or use Mega Braveheart to buff Zetta. Talking about sub-attackers, this kind of team needs AoE buffers, and Flame Lord Majorita just happens to be one of them. She will be missing out on her any 0, but the ability to buff everyone's attack and crit damage is worth it. Just make sure to generate enough SP, since this effect is tied to her high cost AoE attack. If you are having trouble on a stage with high speed requirements, like BTS stages, then you can use Sorokin. He doesn't do much, since most of his skills don't have additional effects, and his spells aren't what you would expect on a speed booster. But he has another selling point, his any 1. He gives an attack buff to the unit with the highest action gauge when his turn ends, which means he can buff Zetta a little bit. In the future, keep an eye for Aiko, aka Android. She's another speed buffer, but she can do more than increase speed. She's able to buff all stats for the party and use Mega Braveheart. Makai is the big prize for the next collab, and an excellent supporter for Zetta. As mentioned previously, Zetta's S rank single target attack increases its damage the more HP Zetta has, so having an overheal supporter is essential for him. On the 1.5 anniversary, Admiral Rosalind will arrive, and she's a very good supporter. All of her abilities boost and buff the party, and she has buffing and debuffing skills. Similar to Calamity Adele, her debuffs last 5 turns, but instead of working as a sub-attacker, she's a buffer. Of course, if we mention the anniversary, we can't skip Future Rosalia and former Lortina. The first is a buffer with good abilities and skills, but as a Platinum unit, she'll always be available in the Platinum banners. On the other hand, former Lortina is the next Archangel Flown. She has generic abilities and skills which will benefit all your mixed teams and rainbow teams. Sapphire Zeno is another viable option thanks to her any 7. She increases the party's attack buffs by 24%. Zetta himself has a 100 attack buff, which means it becomes a 124 attack buff. With her next to Zetta, you'll reduce the need for buffers. Rutiel is the unit no one talks about, but everyone should want. She is Jennifer 2.0. All of her abilities, skills, and spells will support Zetta perfectly. Last we have the Asagis. Asagi Asagiri is a supporter which provides 100 action gauge to all allies with all of his skills. He works both as a buffer and a debuffer, and he increases skill damage, critical rate, and critical damage. HGC Asagi, on the other hand, has more utility on her kit, as she has a wide variety of buffs and debuffs, as well as an SP battery ability and an SP regen skill. It's no surprise that Zetta can be paired with so many units. Fist is one of the best weapons in the game, and he will be the best attacker in the game until the 1.5 anniversary, so I suggest you try to get him. I wish you luck on your rolls. If you like the video, share, like, subscribe. See you next time. Bye!